Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Homemade TV, specifically Cubase for composers. Today I have some cool tips for you guys aimed at beginners, so if you are interested, let's go. So the first tip is about the solo function in Cubase. Normally, if you want to play a track exclusively, you just press S on your keyboard to solo it, or click on this S here. But what if you want to make them solo after each other, so you want to hear tracks separately whenever you want them? So for example, I have a loop here and I want to just solo this one, and I solo this one. Well, normally you can just say, hey, I'm gonna solo this, and I'm gonna solo this one, and then I'm gonna mute this one. So, you just have to keep on soloing and muting things to just hear them. But there is a cool option which is called solo exclusive. And what you can do is you can just hold Control and then you click on the solo button here. And this will help quite a lot when you are soloing different things, because it will keep muting the other ones as the only one that you are soloing is just soloed. All right. The second tip is about zooming. If you want to zoom, and if you are using, I really suggest using a mouse. A trackpad is also fine, but a mouse would make your life a bit easier, because you can just simply use the scrolling thingy in the middle. But what you can do, the scroll wheel, what you can do is if you hold Control and scroll, you can just zoom in like this. And if you hold Control and Shift, you can zoom in like this. So it's a bit like vertical and horizontal zooming. And if you hold Shift while you are using your scroll wheel, you can just scroll horizontally. So you can just go back. So just with Control Shift and a scroll wheel, you can access your project the way you want, and it's quite fast to do because you can just zoom in and zoom out of your projects whenever you want. And another tip with the zooming is that you can use the Z button on your keyboard, which is called zoom exclusive to the track. So what it does is that if I have any track, so for example, you have a bunch of tracks there, I just highlight one, and if I press Z, it's going to close everything else. So you see, it zips already everything else, and it has this one open for me. And if I go to another one, I press Z, it will close the other one, and it will open this one. It's really handy if you are working, for example, on a laptop screen or a short screen that you don't have a lot of room to spare. This is the way to go.
If you want to learn Cubase faster, grab a shortCUP. It's got all the essential Cubase shortcuts engraved right on it, so they're always in front of you. Useful, simple, and it looks cool on your desk. Coffee not included.
And the last tip is that if you have audio files and if you want to fade them together, so for example, you have a recording or a bunch of audio files that, for example, they are clicking, or you have any weird sounds that are going on, you can just simply put them next to each other. So for example, I'm going to delete this one here. So let's say I have this audio file, then I put it here. But when you put it here, when you put it next to each other, when the audio is being played back, you get a click. What you can simply do is you can just select both of them, okay, and press X on your keyboard, and this will create a tiny crossfade for you, and which will kind of kills the clicking sound that you have, because it's going to blend these two, so you're not going to hear a cut waveform and then the other one's going to start. And yeah, that was it, everyone. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm going to be making more Cubase videos, so if you're not subscribed yet, please do. And if you have any questions or comments, do leave them in the comment section. Till next time, Homemade out.